Player ratings. Look, I've just sat downstairs for 15 minutes while the instant match reactions uploaded. Not one bit of energy's left me. Not one bit of excitement's left me. I'm still absolutely over the moon. My head's still battered. Everton have beaten Liverpool 2-0 at Anfield. What a performance. What a result. We didn't play the Merseyside derby today. We didn't play the, oh my God, we're playing Liverpool who we haven't beaten for so long. We played a team that we knew we could beat, and we knew if we defended well, we'd be comfortable, and that's exactly what we did, and that's down to Carlo Ancelotti and every single one of those Everton players today. Every single one of them was exceptional, absolutely exceptional today. From Jordan Pickford to Richarlison to Decore to Davis to James, they were all brilliant. And you know what? Before I get into this player ratings, I'm not even going to waste anybody's time. Everybody's getting a 10. Everybody is getting a 10. I am going to talk about every individual performer because that's what the player ratings is. And I'm not just going to sit here and say everyone gets a 10 because, you know, we won the game. Everyone's getting a 10 because they all formed a team that turned up today at a ground we haven't won at it over 20 years and beating a side that are our local rivals who we knew how much was going in. It was, you know, we knew how much was on this game going into it. So everybody's getting a 10. But I will talk about everybody's individual performance today. And you know what? If you disagree with me, if you think, Cam, that's unprofessional, you should mark the game as it is, then you know what, I'll give a mark of what I usually would give the player based on today's performance, but they're all getting a 10 for beating Liverpool at Anfield, every single one of them. Jordan Pickford is getting a 10. Even if it wasn't Liverpool at Anfield, he'd be getting a 10 today. Absolutely unbelievable today, Jordan Pickford. Come under so much stick since the last Merseyside derby, and not only due to that game, but, you know, games in since then where he's made individual mistakes and where Evertonians have questioned his ability and questioned whether or not he's good enough. Unbelievable today. Absolutely unbelievable. Won everything that he needed to win. Made 4 or 5, 6 fantastic saves. Couple from Mohamed Salah, couple from Sadio Mane, one from Jordan Henderson at 1-0 to keep us in, you know, keep us in front. He was exceptional today. He was absolutely perfect. 10 out of 10, not one, didn't do anything wrong. Jordan Pickford didn't put a foot wrong for the entire 95 minutes, and he's getting a 10. And you know what? We're all very quick to jump on Jordan Pickford when he makes a mistake. We're all very quick to say, oh, he should be better, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. The media are awfully quick to jump on Jordan Pickford and his mistakes in previous Merseyside derbies. Well, let's see if they spend 6 months talking about how brilliant he was tonight, because he was absolutely perfect. He was brilliant, he was fantastic, and he didn't put a foot wrong. Jordan Pickford's getting a 10. Ben Godfrey getting a 10. Usual score, he'd be getting a 10. Excellent again. Absolutely colossal in that back line. Never let Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Shaqiri, any of them get past him. If Luka Dean or Seamus Coleman was caught out on the wing, Ben Godfrey would always be the one there to sweep it up. He beat everybody for pace. He held the ball out when he needed to. Every ball that come in aerially, he defended, he headed it out. He was just exceptional today. He was absolutely exceptional. So Ben Godfrey is getting a 10 out of 10 as well. Michael Keane, you guessed it, he's getting a 10 out of 10. Not a foot wrong whatsoever in the entire game. That tackle on Sadio Mane is absolutely pitch perfect. If he doesn't make that tackle there, it goes to 1-1, and all of a sudden the momentum changes, and Liverpool are the team that are attacking for the winner in the last 10-15 minutes of the game. That tackle is world class, and Michael Keane tonight was absolutely world class performance by Michael Keane. Again, for me, showed that he's one of the best centre-halves in this league, and one of the best centre-halves in world football at the moment. Everything that he had to deal with in the air, he dealt with. Considering we were playing this game without our best aerial defender in Yerry Mina, we were so comfortable with balls coming into the air. It was unreal, and a lot of that was down to Michael Keane. Everything on the floor he dealt with as well. He was always that man to get to be in front of balls coming into the box. Like I said, he was always the man making the last-ditch tackle as well. 10 out of 10 for Michael Keane today. Seamus Coleman, bloody hell, I feel emotional talking about Seamus Coleman. That lad hasn't seen Everton win a Merseyside derby since, his first season at the football club, when he was still very much a rookie. He's gone through 10 years of being an absolutely exceptional servant, an unbelievable role model, and a fantastic player for us. And he deserves that more than anybody else deserves that. And his performance today, thought was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now look, this is all in the context of a game of football that saw Liverpool have 97% possession, so we didn't have an awful lot of possession. Did they get in behind us on a couple of times? Yes, they did, but when they got in behind us, it was either Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey, Seamus, Mason Holgate, Jordan Pickford making the saves, or they'd just waste it and it'd go out, or it'd go over the bar, or it would, it wouldn't be a, they wouldn't make the most of the opportunity. Seamus Coleman, 10. Absolutely getting a 10. Mason Holgate, 10 out of 10. Got a lot of stick recently. Got a lot of people, saying he hasn't been good enough. Me included, that said, I don't think he's been brilliant in recent weeks. But today he stepped up. Absolutely stepped it up today. Won fouls in dangerous areas. He was comfortable with the ball again. Very much like Michael Keane. Every time the ball was getting in behind, he was comfortable with it. He was sticking his foot in. He was making sure that we kept possession well. 10 out of 10 for Mason today. Not a foot wrong. Luca Dean, on the normal, I'd probably give him a 9.5 out of 10. I think, again, very, very, very good. Put an unbelievable ball into Seamus Coleman. Forgot to mention it when talking about Seamus, by the way. But if he heads in that chance at 1-0, I don't even know if I'd be here, to be honest. I really don't know if I'd still be here, because I think I'd have just collapsed fully on the couch watching the game, because that would have just topped it off completely. But Luca Dean, like I said, I would usually give him a 9.5. I did think he got caught out a couple of times with balls in behind. I think Salah on a couple of occasions and Alexander-Arnold got in behind them, but Ben Godfrey or Michael Keane were always there to sort of were there to sweep up. But again, he's part of a derby winning side at Anfield for the first time in 20 years, so he's getting a 10. Abdoulaye Doucouré, I'd probably give him an 8.5 generally, because I think in the first half he struggled. I think he got the ball caught under his feet a couple of times. His passing wasn't great. I don't think he dealt with the wind whatsoever in the first half, Abdoulaye Doucouré. But in the second half, when we were under the cosh and when he got the ball, he's used his feet well. You could see he'd sharpened up on that. He wasn't happy with his first half performance, and he moved us forward a lot in that second half as well, and he was a lot more comfortable than he was in the first. I thought in the first half, on a couple of occasions, we made the mistake that we did against Manchester City, and that was giving the ball away far too easily. We knew we weren't going to have a lot of the ball, and when we had it, there was a couple of frustrating times that we give it away far too easily. But I'm not asked, because we've just won a Merseyside derby at Anfield, and I'll continue to say that for the next 5 or 6 or 7 years. And you know what? I sat here 5 or 6 or 7 years, 5 or 6, 7 weeks, however long, I'm going to bang on about it. I sat here against Fulham and talked about how it was an awful defeat. We were poor, and it wasn't. Nothing. This result today doesn't change that. If you'd have said to me, would you rather beat Fulham and lose to Liverpool, or lose to Fulham and beat Liverpool? I'm obviously taking the latter. So, Abdoulaye Doucouré, usually give him an 8.5. Thought he struggled in the first half. Second half, he come into his own a little bit more. And his passing definitely improved, and his energy was immense. But he's getting a 10 for the same reason as everybody else. Tom Davies is getting a 10, whether it was the derby win or not. Unbelievable in the midfield today. Absolutely unbelievable. Showed exactly what that lad is capable of. He stepped into a Merseyside derby at Anfield, a tough game off the back of a couple of defeats for Everton. Not in the greatest run of form ourselves. Okay, brilliant run of form away from home, but not the greatest run of form generally, certainly the couple of home defeats we've had. And he stepped in and he was perfect today. With the ball at his feet, he was great. He took it down well. He won fouls. He give fouls away in the right areas to stop the counter-attack. His ball control was unbelievable. His passing was really, really good. He kept us out of danger on a number of occasions. And you know what? He calmed it down on a number of occasions. And that's what I've noticed Tom Davies doing very recently, is that when we're under the cosh a little bit, and when the pressure's on, and when everybody's panicking a little bit, he just takes the ball down and just calms everything down so coolly, and everyone just sort of goes, right, we'll go again now, it's all right, this is calm, this is as calm as it can be. Now, Tom Davies getting a 10. Absolutely getting a 10. Nothing else. He's getting a 10. The lad is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The amount of times people have doubted him in recent weeks and months and years. He stepped up today again and he was perfect. That lad's an Evertonian. That lad hasn't seen a Merseyside derby win at Anfield, or at least, the last time we won at Anfield, he was only a baby. He's played for Everton all his life. He's loved Everton all his life. He's supported Everton all of his life. I've just spoke about not one player needing it and wanting it and deserving it more than Seamus Coleman. Tom Davies wanted that more than anybody as well today. You could see how much it meant to him. The lad is exceptional and was exceptional again today, and I refuse to hear any criticism, because when he's played in his right position and in the right role, he's brilliant, and he was again today. Where am I? As you can see, the energy, the excitement. I feel like I've had about 10. You know what? I've had this off topic, not asked, off topic. I've drank far too many energy drinks recently. I think was going to say this type of win is a healthy way to get energy without needing an energy thing, but that definitely wasn't healthy watching that for 95 minutes. James Rodriguez, 10 again, like I said, usually getting a 9.5. Wasn't massively in the Everton game. Wasn't massively in the game, but that moment of magic that we all sat there yesterday and said, we're going to need James for that moment of magic, he provided it. 3 minutes in, the pass to Richarlison, unbelievable, mate, world class. Absolutely world class pass to Richie, plays him in, we go 1-0 up, and it's the perfect start to Everton. And that's what you need from James. Like I said, he's getting a 10 for the pure factor that everyone's getting a 10. Usually you probably get, a 9.5. I think he worked hard. I think he kept the ball well. I think he brought us forward on a couple of occasions. Wasn't in the game as much as we may have liked him to be, but he produced what was the moment that got us in front. And ultimately, the moment that I think gave every single one of those players that confidence. Because Liverpool started with a lot of the ball. Liverpool started fast, and 3 minutes in, Everton have got the goal, and it's due to that bit of magic from James Rodriguez. So you know what? Scrap the 9.5. He's getting a 10. He'd get a 10 anyway, but he's getting a 10 because that magic is exactly what we needed, and he brought that today. Andre Gomes. The reason I'm giving everyone a 10 is because if I had to single one player out, it'd be Andre Gomes, and I don't want to do that tonight. I really don't want to do that tonight. So Andre's getting a 10 as well. Probably say you're just giving him that on merit, and you feel sorry for him. Wasn't great at times, give the ball away a couple of times, got caught in possession as well, a little bit too slow on the edge of our box, was covered brilliantly, like I said, by the back line. Didn't do too bad going forward, to be fair. I thought his passages of play were decent. I thought he held the ball up decent. I thought he got forward decent. Just, again, a couple of times he gave the ball away, and a couple of times he was a little bit sloppy. I'd probably give him a 7 out of 10, but like I said, I don't want to sit here and single a player out, so he's getting a 10 as well. But I wasn't massively impressed with him, certainly not in that first half. And as soon as he got that yellow card, I think that spelled the end of Andre Gomes' game, because I think we all knew he was looking at one bad challenge after that, or if he let his man go once again and he brought him down, he was getting sent off, and it'd have been really difficult for Everton then. Onto the subs bench then, Gylfi Sigurdsson, usually give him a 9, he's getting a 10 obviously, but come on, done his job. Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins a penalty. I've just realised, to talk about Richarlison, I don't even think my head is gone here. My head is absolutely gone. Off the bench, Richarlison, 10 out of 10. Absolute 10 out of 10 tonight. Very similar to his performance against Manchester City at Goodison a couple of days ago. That lone striker role can be difficult at times, can be very, very difficult because he was up on his own for large parts of that game. But he held the ball up well. He brought it down really well. He moved us forward exceptionally. He dominated when he had the ball, and his goal is brilliant. So a lot of people have criticised Richarlison's finishing recently. His goal is exceptional. He gets it from James with a brilliant pass. He slots it past Alisson perfectly, never in doubt. And like I said, he worked his bollocks off today. Not only that, I know he probably doesn't get the assist for the penalty, but he plays the ball in to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who wins the penalty. So he's getting a 10 today. Not a foot wrong by Richie all day. Worked his bollocks off, fought and got the goal, and made the penalty as well. Now I can go on to the bench. Gylfi Sigurdsson, 10. Come on, done his job. Dom wins a penalty. He slots it. We win the game 2-0. Done all right with the ball as well. Pressed as well quite high. Gylfi Sigurdsson, I thought today, he was pressing a little bit higher than he usually does. And he was actually he had that little bit of energy. He had that little bit of adrenaline. So he's getting a 10. Iwobi is getting a 10. Probably usually give him a 7 because he did run around a little bit. But didn't have an awful lot to do. But he's getting a 10. And Dom, 10 out of 10. Come on. Was asked to hold the ball up, was asked to win fouls, was asked to just keep it calm for Everton. That's exactly what he did. He won a penalty, which I think is definitely a penalty, despite the fact the media want to cry it wasn't. It was 100% a penalty. And like I said, done exactly what he needed to do. Excellent to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin back. And Carlo Ancelotti, 10. In fact, Carlo Ancelotti, 100 out of 10. We haven't won a game at Anfield in 20 years. Carlo Ancelotti's getting 100 out of 10. We knew that this was a manager who was going to come in and change the mentality of this football club. We knew that this was a manager who was going to come in and was going to ensure that we win games we wouldn't usually win, ensure that we get points in games we wouldn't usually get points in. Yes, there's been a couple of disappointing performances recently. There's been a couple of disappointing results. There's been a couple of different disappointing decisions. But today, he showed that he is the manager to take us forward. He is the manager to take us forward for the next 5, 6, 7, however long he wants to be here. Because he's done what no manager's done, no Everton manager's done for 20 years. And he hasn't only just won a Merseyside derby, by the way. I said it in the instant match reaction. He's won a Merseyside derby comfortably. He's won it absolutely comfortably. And and yeah, unbelievable, mate. Absolutely unbelievable, man. Unbelievable manager. We won a mental game today. We won a physical game. We were just excellent. So Carlo's getting a 10 as well. That's it for the player ratings anyway. I can go and have a drink and calm down, hopefully. Probably not. Probably still be like this at 12 o'clock tonight. Massive thank you for watching if you have enjoyed it. Once again, this video is being brought to you by Football News 365. It's a fantastic app. I'll leave the link in the description down below for you to download. You can go over there and you can get all your latest Everton news. It provides the Premier League table, recent results, like I said, all the news. And what better way to go over than just sit and stare at that result today for the next few hours. Unbelievable performance, unbelievable results. And yeah, get him up the toffees, absolutely up the toffee. I don't know what to say, I'm ecstatic. Massive thanks for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you soon on the Mighty Breeze. Get in up the toffees.